My name is Megan Bell. I'm the owner of the Nextdoor Market grocery store, and I was born and raised in Newburgh my whole life. Growing up in that type of atmosphere, I understand what it's like to feel like I understand the gap between what's going on in our community, just growing up in that atmosphere. I was reading an article about Save-A-Lot that was closing, and at that time I was doing Virtuous Women. I was doing the nonprofit thing. I had read an article about Save-A-Lot closing, and they didn't really notify the neighborhoods, the residents, and they didn't notify the employees that they were closing. So here are these people going into work and not even having jobs. I looked at my husband and I said, I'm going to open a grocery store. I just said it just like that. 3 years, literally 3 years, I didn't tell anybody what I was doing. I just studied about food deserts, other Black-owned grocery stores, cultural barriers that are happening, studying poverty and why is it happening, and really understanding the community's voices of what they want and what they wanted to see. The grocery store story went nationwide, but I'm like, what can I do now? Because I can tell you guys what I'm doing, but what can I do right now, like literally right now, to show you guys how much I really do care? And that's where the mobile grocery truck came from. It's really popular in the West Coast, so I really started studying mobile trucks in the West Coast, making sure people have access to fresher foods, and it's affordable, of course. So we have like great partnerships with it. We have Whole Foods and Sprouts Market. We're going to be working with Cisco's, other food distributors, but we also going to be working with local farmers, different things like that as well, so people can have a variety. But doing that, I wanted to make sure that the education was brought into that, so people can understand the difference between processed food and organic food and why it's more expensive. Before I ask for any dollars, that at the same time I'm bringing in the education that is needed so people can understand why food insecurity, food education around it is so important.
We want to improve health outcomes across Kentuckiana, specifically in developed neighborhoods, people who aren't getting the food access that they deserve, and people who don't get the resources that other communities may receive.
You know, growing up in my family, a lot of my family have health problems. I lost my aunt beginning of the year. She just had health problems that probably could have been prevented, but she was overweight, and just seeing that happen, and she wanted to change her life. She wanted to be a better person, a more healthier person, and to see that didn't happen, and she was so close to that, I just felt like if I do anything with this, if I could just change one person's life and their health, then that would make me feel better about this whole situation. Even if this doesn't go as planned, or if the mobile truck doesn't last long, there's somebody out there that can say she did change my life, and I see why she wanted to do this. So
Best Dad Media.